Rough, 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 rough. I sound like a dog. Fuck. But nah, it was a really rough game that I just seen last night with Golden State Warriors versus Houston Rockets game 6. This was the game that I really thought would have put the Rockets away. In my original video, I was talking about how I could see this series easily going from 6 to 7 games. Like it would be no joke, it would be a dogfight each way, but this series is now going to 7 in the worst way possible, not the way I really originally thought at all. Um, the Warriors are looking bad, man. The Warriors are looking really bad, and it's kind of concerningly bad, honestly. The same things that I was hyping this team up for in my original video, talking about how we had better playmaking, we were handling the ball better, we were having less turnovers, we were, working better as a unit. Well, that has not been showing at all this past 2 games. It's just been rough. Basically this whole game, basically the story of this game was like a 5 point deficit. This game from quarters 1 to 3, we're just not escaping more than a 5 point deficit. I'm pretty sure in like the first quarter, right? The game starts, whatever. And I wasn't watching all the first half because I was having this game at work. So whenever I really like watch these games at work, it's usually in my pocket. I have this game playing on as like a podcast, and like whenever I'm free and my section's done and all that stuff, I sit down and I watch. From what I've heard, it was, it started off and the Rockets got to like a little like, 3 excuse me. But yeah, the Rockets got to like a little 3 5 point lead. And then they extended that lead to like 8, and then we caught up to like make it like 3 again, and then they went back to 5, and then it went like 10 plus for the Rockets, and then the Warriors made it a little bit. But like that was just the story of the whole game. It was just the Rockets either keeping it in 5, going over 5, bringing it right down to 5, coming a little bit up shorter than 5, and then still right back to it. Was, I swear, just this 5 point deficit we could not get past the entire time. It made no sense. Steph Curry was playing amazing the first half of the game. Jimmy Butler was doing his thing, but aside from those 2 guys on offense, that was really the entire show. My fucking god, I think we really crumbled on defense. I mean, aside from Draymond guarding Şengün, doing all he can. Every time I see Draymond on anybody, I'm trusting him with, um, I'm trusting him to his best ability. But other than that, man, we have just been playing very questionable on the two. Specifically tonight, I gotta really blame Quentin Post. Um, our 7 foot rookie, you can just tell he's a rookie by the way he's playing on defense. Like he plays just fine offensively. Usually he's better than what he played last night. But man, that defensive IQ is just not there. So many fouls he's been giving, so many free throws he's been giving, that he just doesn't need to be. A rookie making rookie mistakes. I mean, I can't fault him completely. This is a new experience for him under his belt, but it's why the Warriors were favored in this matchup. It was because of the experience versus this young Rocket second seed. Like, they were a really good team throughout the season, but in the bigger moments like this, you would think the Warriors would be the smarter team, make the better plays. That just wasn't really it. Um, but yeah, like I was talking about, that 5 point lead, which is something we couldn't get across, but it was kind of looking better for us at one point. This is how the game was looking like leading into the fourth quarter. And like I told you guys, we just couldn't really get past like the like 5 point area. Um, sorry. This is what the game was looking like going into the fourth quarter. As you guys see the top, it was just a 2 point game. I was thinking this is gonna be pretty easy. We gonna go on a run. We gonna close out on 6. I believed in us so heavy this game, just for the Warriors to have, I think, the worst fourth quarter we've ever had all season. And if it wasn't, it sure as hell felt like it. First of all, if it wasn't, what the fuck was the first? Holy shit! I had to miss that game because there's no show we've had a fourth quarter that's been worse than this game. I legitimately think in this fourth quarter, our starters made 3 field goals. It was like the most painful stretch to watch of us trying to force threes, trying to like pass up open looks to pass out for just just more. It really was just a whole force fest for just threes. Some guys will be passing up pretty good open looks and then pass out for another three, or some guys would have like, for example, I remember I think there was one time even Steph and like Quentin Post had the open look for a three, but then they sidestepped and just passed to somebody else. It's like, why not take the open shot, guys? It was super frustrating to fucking see. Um, and yeah, no, the consensus around this game was if Warriors don't get it done in six, then they basically lose because it's a very, very, very slim chance of us going to seven. You know, going to win in seven in Houston if we couldn't make do it into them these past two games. We've been going cold at the worst time. Um, it's supposed to be over by this standard. Honestly, if I was watching this from a non, Golden State fan perspective, I would probably call it over, and I wouldn't blame anyone else who would be thinking it's over too. Which kind of ruined my night watching yesterday. But honestly, like again, like I was saying, I could see why everyone else would think it's over, but I still have hope. The one thing that gives me grace from last the one thing that still kind of gives but so yeah, like I wouldn't blame anyone else calling it over because it sure as hell feels like it. However, there's one thing that still gives me hope. Last night after the game was finished, Steph Curry walked over to his family and he saw his son, Cannon. I'll play that clip for you guys right now. So in that video, you guys clearly see how Cannon couldn't even look at his own father. He was so saddened by the loss, and then Curry came up to him and he said, "Hey, buddy, guess what?" And then Cannon goes, "What?" He was saying how we have another game on Sunday, one more chance. And then Cannon said, "I know, but," and then he went back to hug his mother. I mean, if I'm Steph Curry in this situation where you're in one of the most rough spots ever this season, you lost multiple games that you were supposed to win. Oh, well, multiple. The last two, game five, it's a very hard thing to close on the road, so I give him that. But game six was a must win. You were at your home court. You had everyone cheering, rooting for you. You had days to go over what happened in game five, what fucked up, what went wrong, and to recover for that for game six, and you let everybody down. Not Steph specifically. Steph had like 29 points, but he didn't have a great night. He wasn't making every shot. Pretty sure he was. Let me Google it right now. 9 for 23, which isn't the worst in the world, but it's definitely not amazing. I'm pretty sure, especially in that fourth quarter, that's where most of those misses came from. I think I read something where he was like 1 for 7. That's where the whole team just shat the bed. I mean, to close the game out just like that is nothing short of depressing. Having everybody walk out there silent, the whole crowd being silent because the game's falling apart in front of them, their team's falling apart in front of them, being a part of the team right now. If you're Steve Kerr, you don't know what the fuck to think. If you're a player on the team, you don't know what the fuck to think. I mean, you're at a situation in a moment of time where the whole fan base basically lost hope. Your guys as a team, as a unit, are probably all fucking worried. I mean, Jimmy and Steph do a great job hiding it. Jimmy, Steph, Draymond, the three vets do a great job hiding it. But the rest, you can't tell me that some of these guys aren't shaky. And worst of all, like I just showed you guys, post game, Steph's own son, Kenny, was heartbroken. He couldn't even look at his dad. If you're Steph Curry and you see that, what else could motivate you more? This is the last time Steph was in a game seven in this very situation, right here on your screen. It was game seven versus Sacramento, 2023. It was a game, of course, again, at Sac's home court, and it was a game that Golden State Warriors were expected to lose. Steph Curry dropped 50 points at the time, set the record for the most points ever in a game seven. Now, I'm not saying that Steph is going to get these exact numbers again replicated tonight. But if you don't think he'll at least try to, you're out of your fucking mind. Steph's for sure going to go out on his shield tonight. The team's going to play around him, try to open shots for him. He'll be taking a lot of shots. He will be trying to do whatever he can. He's really putting on the whole Batman cowl, as Jimmy calls him, throughout these post-game interviews. He's been calling him Batman a lot. He's going to try to be fucking Batman tonight. He's going to try to steal the show. He's going to try to do everything for this team. Again, he just going to be out on his shield. It's either he has a career game, a historic game, something that we'll never forget, or he'll at least go down trying his fucking ass off. And really, that's all I can hope for as a fan. Um, it's a it's a very, very scary situation. It's gonna be a lot of pressure in this game, but these are career-defining moments. I mean, Steph Curry has already had many of these. One of the few guys left in the league with nothing too much more to prove. But pressure makes diamonds. We're gonna see tonight, man. We're gonna see tonight. I believe we can get this done. I believe it will be Warriors in 7. But it all comes down to this, really. At the moment of this recording, the game is in an hour and 30 minutes. So I know this video won't do too well. It's the same day as the game. I tried to get this video out yesterday. My apologies for that. But we gonna see. We gonna see, y'all. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I have my other channels and my Twitch link down below. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.